This is my helpful guide to campaign 4's character. First, we're going to be going over predictions and roles of the characters. We already have a couple of classes confirmed. We're also going to be guessing party roles. I'm not talking like tank or DPS or support or blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about what really matters. Who is going to be the party leader? Who's going to be a problem child? Who's going to be the party mom? The baby, the cutie with a curse. We're talking sad boys. We're talking, well, we know who the furry is. We're talking about depressed bisexuals who just need nice coffee. And we're also going to be using the cinnamon roll trope because it does work. If it ain't broke, nope, fix it. Let's go over the characters, shall we? First, we have Laura Bailey playing Thimble, obviously a fairy. Looks like a cinnamon roll, will kill you.
No one can kick open the door and be like, hey, ready to cry, motherfucker, like Laura Bailey.
She's a rogue. She's a stone cold killer. She's had a history.
I feel like you would start a bar fight.
Oh, yeah.
That's a cutie with a curse right there. Short starts fights. Energy, Tal even said, I bet you would start a bar fight. She absolutely would. No, you're not a manic pixie dream girl. You're just an alcoholic asshole. Get back in the fucking car. Laura did confirm that this character is a rogue, and I love her little finesse weapons that look like needles. That's so cute. Laura says she has had a past. I don't know if she actually said has been to jail, but she has a past. Then we have Luis Carazo playing Azune, Nayar. That's a certified sad boy with a hammer. That's that flavor of sad boy.
How about you?
I'm just going to describe his eyes. The bottom half of his iris is blue like the ocean, and then the top half bursts out into the colors of the setting sun.
What a cool idea.
This is definitely a depressed bisexual who desperately needs a nice coffee. No, you can't fix him. You see that big old scar? No, you can't fix him. Paladin? Barbarian? Luis only described this character's eyes, which is like the bottom half is like the ocean, and then the top half of his irises are like dawning sun. And I see lightning on those hands, so I'm gonna go with Paladin. Kattigan Vale, played by Robbie Daymond. We got our Robbie. That's a sad boy with a wolf. That's that flavor sad boy right there.
Robbie came out and said very little, but the second he spoke, I got pregnant.
Oh, what a mystery, a man of few words.
But I'm saying Robbie is a loquacious gentleman, possessed of elegance, vocabulary, and a social debonair, unlike any I've seen before.
I do good at stuff.
This is definitely Dog Mom, who's made being a dog mom her whole personality. He's just like me for real. Line cook, rat boyfriend, and a metal band. If you know, you know. That's the vibe. I don't make the rules. Ranger? Question mark? I mean, Ranger is kind of obvious with the heckin' wolf dog right next to him. According to himself, he is a man of little words. That wolf is definitely a good bean. That's a certified good boy right there. Looks like he would kill you, but is a cinnamon roll energy. Then we have Thaisha? Aabria, you say your character's name.
Thaisha?
Thank you, Bob. Lloy, Aabria Iyengar. Party mom. She even said it in this interview herself. She's coming in trying to be the mom.
Aabria is like weirdly wholesome, but
As wholesome as Aabria.
yeah.
I was like, Taisha's gonna be so chill and so lovely, and everyone's gonna think she's like a really like hippie granola mom. And then you walked in with your energy, and I went, I'm gonna kill one man. All right.
Granola mom who is here to kill one man, and that is Matthew Mercer's character. Looks like a cinnamon roll, but will kill you. At some point in the campaign, Aabria is going to say to somebody, I don't know who it is, and you have to take a shot of kombucha when she says it. Eat your veggies and drink some water, gods damn it. And I'm getting druid. We already know from the fireside chat with Matt and Brennan that there has been a resurgence in druidic magic because clerical magic has fallen so far. So we know that there's going to be a lot of druids around in the world. I'm surprised we haven't seen more evidence of druids in the party, but sometimes you want to play a sad boy with a wolf. I get it. Bolaire, Lathalia, Talesin, Jaffe. Oh my goodness, that's a spooky being.
We'll be playing curator of a museum of antiquities that are magical and dangerous.
It's creepy. He's so creepy.
He is very social and bitchy, is what I'll say.
He's a
Yep.
Looks like they would kill you. Is a cinnamon roll that will kill you anyway. Also the goth girlfriend. Barter fighter, I'm not sure, but I think that is a rapier made of glass, and I love that for them so much. This is also going to be a problem child. He is going to be a problem. According to Tal, he is the curator of a museum and is social and very bitchy. They're going to be a problem child. I'm so excited. Step on me. Sorry? What? I mean, that's Vaelus, Ashley Johnson's character.
To give a little sprinkling of who my character might be, Shocker to no one, she is extremely tall. And her weapon of choice is a whip.
She wanted to play a character that was very tall. Just let Ashley be tall. This is also a certified sad boy, also a certified goth girlfriend. Looks like she could kill you, will kill you. Cleric? Question mark? That is an incense censer as a whip. That is so cool. I love it so much. There's a 50-50 split here. Could go party mom, could go problem child. Matthew fucking Mercer. You take one look at this man and say that is not a goddamn scoundrel.
Matt is like, oh, you loved me for 10 years? Well, guess what? I'm gonna be shitty.
It's a complicated and very tangled persona. You know he was trouble when he walked in.
No, you cannot fix him Shane Gurley's downsit stay. He will ruin your life, steal your car, identity, and the quilt your late grandmother made you, then call you 6 months later for money and leave you high, possibly literally, and dry. Absolutely literally. He is literally just a guy. Hit him with your car. That is a bard. I will take no further question. Tyranny! Whitney Moore. What in the fuck did I just say?
Can't wait for more interactions.
Oh, Whitney.
She is a wild card.
I don't know what I was expecting from a devil, but you absolutely...
She's a demon. People are gonna get mad about that.
Excuse me.
This is just Matt's character, but pink. That's a cutie with a curse. She is baby. She is demon. She is also depressed, bisexual, in need of a nice coffee, and the goth girlfriend. No, you can't fix her. Run. Halandil Fang. Liam O'Brien. That is a sad boy, but half orc.
I'm excited to watch Liam play his character because it incorporates a lot of things that are very important to Liam O'Brien in real life. Theater, performance, ex-spouses. That's not a real thing from his real life.
Family.
Family.
Also certified cutie with a curse. Problem child, but could also go party leader, for reasons we'll get into later. Shares the last name with the Quest Hook character, also a thing we'll get into later. According to the interview with the husbands, Sam and Liam, he's into theater, performance, family, ex-spouses in particular. Bard. That's a fucking bard. Bard. And if not bard, why are we talking about theater and performance? If not bard, then wizard. I will take wizard. Murray Magnuson, played by Marisha White. That is a wine mom.
Marisha feels fully unlocked.
She's like a good old rusted out Chevy pickup truck that just won't quit. This is who she's gonna be in the future.
Oh
let's
yeah,
be
this
real.
is...
She's basically my mom.
Yes, she's going to be kind of an authoritative figure, but she's the fun mom, you know? Looks like a cinnamon roll, is a cinnamon roll. Sorceress? Artificer? Apparently she's basically Marisha's mom and what Marisha is going to turn into. And I am looking very respectfully. I think Artificer because of the little lenses on her hat. Wiander Halovar, Sam Riegel.
I think you have in the past had a penchant for playing scamps, rascals. This character is a little more earnest.
I'm gonna corrupt the fuck out of you.
I'm gonna stay true to myself and my beliefs. And there's nothing that you or Brennan can do to stop it.
That is a genuine sad boy. Cleric question mark? I don't know. That's a symbol, not a weapon. So how you doing with the dead gods, buddy boy? That is a cutie with a curse. Also the goth girlfriend. Apparently this character, according to Liam, is much more earnest than his past characters because Sam very much likes to just play like a goofball. This one's going to get corrupted by Matt. Matt's character is going to come in and ruin this poor boy's life. Looks like a cinnamon roll. Is a cinnamon roll. Otis Tachonis. That is such a fun name to say. I love it. Alexander Ward coming up with the fun words to say name. Sad boy with 10 foxes.
I also love Alex's character.
Yes. I think he's more of a dweeb than I initially intended him to be.
Depressed, bisexual, and needs of a nice coffee. Also the goth girlfriend. Artificer? Wizard? Also tiny foxes. Why is that syringe there? Man, this is a Wendy's. According to his very brief character interview, I wish we had more of that character interview. Super dweeb. Super dweeb. I mean, we know there's a book there. That's why I'm thinking wizard. But there's also potions, so maybe art. I don't know. I have a feeling this one's going to be my favorite. And Tayor Prideshire, played by Travis Willingham. There's the furry. We got him.
Travis wanted to play a furry, and we had an intervention for him.
I am playing the giant lion man and also a paladin.
It's funny because he's allergic to cats.
Sir, you get an allergic reaction to cats being described. Why are you playing a large one? My guesses is probably like party leader, maybe a bit of a party mom role. Those are two different roles. Fight me. Probably will try to be unromanceable. Aabria will have heart eyes, and so will Luis. And confirmed a paladin by Travis. I thought maybe monk because of the hand wraps, but no, that's too much armor for a monk. Paladin makes sense. I'm so glad he gets to play a paladin again. That's fun. Next, we have group dynamics. Now, firstly, this is what I originally kind of thought the tables were going to look like if we were thinking it was going to be a very much more rigid structure where you're on the soldier's table, you're at the seeker's table, you're at the schemer's table. However, from the trailer that we just got, I spotted like 5 different tables or more. Other way to do this other than just showing you what I'm looking at on my screen as I'm editing. You've got what I would consider like a full table, which is the 8 people sitting at the table. The next shot are people who aren't even at that table. Tal, and you've got Ashley here. Then the next shot that they show of group tables is Matt and Marisha with somebody completely different in between them. And Matt was not sitting next to Marisha over here. This is a completely different table. Again, I believe this is the other side. Whitney is sandwiching somebody between her and Matt and Marisha. Maybe this is Travis. Maybe this is Sam. No, Sam's right. I don't think this is all on the same day. I'm not sure who that is. It might be Liam. That might be Liam's hair. And then this is a completely different table. We've got Ashley sitting next to Luis. And then maybe that's a Sam arm. Maybe that's a Liam arm. I don't know. But that's a completely different table setup than this one. And this one. And this one, and well, that's the same one, I think. See, look at this. And then you've got this one where Liam is sitting with Laura on his left. And then you've got this setup with Aabria, Ashley, and Tal. This might be the same setup as this. That looks like Ash is wearing the same clothes. So you've got Aabria on that side of the table. And then this is a completely different one. You've got Travis and Laura sitting right next to each other. I think that's Liam's notebook on the very end. And then you've got Robbie and Whitney, and I'm not sure who's on the other side there. That's a snazzy jacket. And you got Whitney with the same shirt, same makeup, so I'm guessing this is the same day. You've got a Liam on the end, but a Luis in between them. That's Luis's hand. And then now Luis is gone in this shot as Laura's describing a spell. And then he's over here next to Travis. And Laura's on the other side of the table next to Robbie. There are so many, there's not just 3 tables, y'all. So no, they're not going to be fixed groups. Don't worry about not liking one group dynamic over another. You don't have to wait for a month to get to the group that you like. Another group will be along in 5 minutes. Just wait. Oh, can I switch over to the schemers table for next week? Because I have information over here. Can I switch over to the combat table? Because they need my specialty for that combat. Can I go to the lore table? Because I picked up this information while we were scheming. And the dynamics are going to shift. Everybody's going to get to play with everybody at the tables. There's not going to be people who don't get to play together. Thank you to this video's sponsor, Frost Moon Goods, my paper goods store. It's me. This is literally just me letting you know that I have a paper goods store. This is what I sell. I have cups, and I have journals, and there's a couple like clothing items and stuff over there, but it's mostly like journals and stickers and cool little cups. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. You don't have to buy merch to support. You guys watching, commenting, and liking is more than enough. Some of you are saying that you're coming back and rewatching videos, which is fucking bonkers. I just like making fun things, so I made a store. If you can like it or leave it. I don't give a fuck. Okay, back to the video. Anyway, these are the actual group dynamics that matter. Don't leave them in a room together. They will steal anything not nailed down and blow up anything that is nailed down, so they can steal it. That's going to be Matt's character, that's going to be Laura's character, and that's going to be Whitney's character, and Marisha's character is going to be there cheering them on. Don't leave them in a room together. They will quickly get bored with small talk and find a reason to start a fight with each other. This is the PvP beans. They're going to start a fight with each other. Don't leave them in a room together unless you are ready for PvP. They like it. It's fun. It's a good time. We're conflict. Don't leave them in a room together. They will figure out the MacGuffin before you wanted them to find it out. This is how this is gonna go. Is Travis and Marisha are gonna be swapping notes and like whispering things across the table. Marisha is gonna have copious notes. Then Luis and Liam will be sitting there so deep in role play that they'll just be uncovering dark secrets of their past that are somehow connected to the MacGuffins. And then Alex is gonna roll a nat 20 on a investigation roll and just find it because we saw what happened in Divergence. What do you mean you got vestiges at level 1? They're going to hook up. These are the sad boys. Oh, I didn't put Ashley's character in here. Imagine Ashley's character in here too. These ones are probably going to fuck. It is a well-known fact that sad boys have gravitational pull, and if you put too many of them together in one space, they all just sort of clump up together, and then that's just how that happens. These are the characters that Aabria's character is going to try to keep safe at all costs. Alex's character, because tiny squishy bean. Luis's character, because she needs to save him from himself. Sam's character, because he's too earnest. He's too trusting. She's also going to try and keep Whitney's character safe at all costs. Again, mostly from herself and other people. And then Travis's character for the aforesaid heart eyes, large, beautiful cat man. These beans will sleep with everything for self-gain. We're talking Laura, Matt, Marisha, and yes, Sam's character. Yes, he's very earnest, but it's Sam. I bet you there's going to be a point where he's like, no, I'm going to get this information. These people will spend an episode bitching about their problem children to each other. There's going to be a point where they meet up in a tavern and Aabria collapses in tears in Luis's arms because of all of the problem children. These guys are going to spend an episode bitching about the party moms to each other. Sam, because Aabria just will not leave him alone. Whitney, Laura, Matt, and Tal's character. With the bitchy thing that he's gonna be like, you're too much, you're too overbearing, please leave me the fuck alone. I want to RP getting fish and chips. If you know, you know. Robbie, Talesin, Liam, Luis, Alex, Matt, Aabria. These people are going to make you cry doing the most benign, normal RP. They're just going to be doing something very normal, and something's going to come up, and it's going to be tears all across the table. It's going to be beautiful and wonderful. And yes, she is going to kill this man. I believe Aabria wholeheartedly that she's going to kill Matthew's character, or at least try to multiple times, probably for things that he has done to Sam's character and Whitney's character. Now we're going to get into a little bit of the story nuggets. If you don't want spoilers, this is where you should pop off. Thank you so much for hanging out and being with me today, but we're going to move on to the story. This is off of the Critical Role website. Hero to many, enemy to some. When Tazi, Fang is marked for execution, various figures from across his remarkable life unite to uncover the truth behind his grim fate. In a land still suffering from the fallout of dead gods and living in the shadow of a tumultuous rebellion, these disparate people will come together across the fractured world of Ahriman and connect in ways they never imagined. As hope and victory fade, a question hangs over Ahriman. Without the gods, what deeds now fall to us, and who or what shall grab the crown for themselves? Hero to many, enemy to some. When Thazi Fang is marked for execution, various figures from across his remarkable life unite to uncover the truth behind his grim fate. The party members are brought together because of Thazi Fang. Liam O'Brien's character, Halandil Fang, shares the surname, and the characters look very similar. Like, we have a different shirt here. He's blindfolded like he would be for execution, but we have like very similar ears on Halandil and the same sort of patch of white in the bangs. I think they are related somehow. They could be brothers. It could be like a father-son dynamic. It could be something else. I think these two are related in some way. They wouldn't put a whole main character in the trailer thumbnail, but I think this is definitely the quest hook. I've also seen a couple of videos of people thinking that Lathalia is also related. That's a reach. You got two orcs in a party and then also an orc in the thumbnail. She's not related. I'm sorry. Her green is a completely different tone. I think she might be full orc, not half orc. Meanwhile, Tazi and Liam's character are both half orcs mixed with elves. Pointy ears go up. It's a guess. Also, I think her tusks are a little bit longer. This is the transcript from the Campaign 4 trailer. Here in the darkness of a jail cell, marked for death, beset by enemies on all sides, I have only this to say. I didn't get in nearly as much trouble as I wanted to. The wolves are at our door. It's been 12 years since the end of the Falconers' Rebellion, and the sundered houses are stronger than ever. The Revolutionary Council, a shadow of its former glory. Why do I say this? To discourage? To frighten? I say it because my grandparents and yours defied the gods and saved their people. What would you do to honor that memory. Would you fight? Would you die? I have no intention of dying tomorrow, but if I do, I'm glad to have gone down fighting. I can still hear the falcon's cry. Can you? That gives us an insane amount of information. Fang is either writing this to somebody or he's saying it word for word to somebody. First off, it kind of gives us a little bit of a better timeline. First, we know that the world of Ahriman is founded, and it was founded by 7 gods of creations. Then a group called the Sharpers kill the 7 gods of creation. Then 58 years later, the Falconers' rebellion begins. And then 12 years after that, 70 years after the Sharpers kill the 7 gods, we get the campaign events starting, which is Tazi being marked for execution. He lived a remarkable life. Some of the PCs are his friends. Some of the PCs are his enemies. Why exactly he was killed. So we've got different factions that we've now learned about. We've learned about the Sharpers. They kill the 7 gods of creation. The 7 lords of creation are the dead gods. The Revolutionary Council, which is quote-unquote a shadow of its former glory. I'm guessing it's some kind of governing body that was put up after the revolution. The Falconers were the revolutionary bodies. And then the Sundered Houses are stronger than ever. This is who I'm guessing probably snagged Tazi and put him up for execution. I have my journal, which is available on Frostmill Goods if you want a cool journal to write your theories in, all full of my theories and me scribbling down notes and factions. I've got all the characters printed out and glued in there. Campaign 4 is debuting on October 2nd. I'm probably going to be watching in Beacon and going to be in the Beacon Discord, freaking out. If you see my username, just wave hi. I'll be in there. I'll be like, hi, woo, yay, hello, friend. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.